Hi, I'm Alex Archbold, and I've been buying and selling antiques since I was 9 years old. From basements to scrapyards, I'll look just about anywhere I can to find lost antiques and collectibles. And sometimes I'll go big and buy everything. With my wife and kids, we run an antique shop in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, filled with some of the most unique items we can find. I never know what's going to happen or who I'm going to meet. This is our life, this is our adventure, and this is Curiosity Inc.
I'm home, honey.
Welcome back. It's another day at the house, at Madame Rack's house. And from the street, you can barely even see it. It's basically just a bunch of trees. You know, it's nice for people to know who she was as we try and get the house cleaned and save some of the relics that she left behind in the home. I was not here yesterday. I was under the weather. I had a bad cough. I had to get checked to make sure it wasn't anything serious. And now it's settled down a bit and I'm back. And I can see that I've got a Hans here with me.
Hey.
So let's see what they've been up to. Hans was working without me here the last couple days. Good to see you, Hans.
So we'll get the big stuff taken out today, I guess, and put it on the truck. And
Yeah, well, I'm
are
here.
you gonna grab the ambulance for a couple hours and kind of help with some of the smaller trinkets and stuff?
Yeah, I could go grab the ambulance. Yeah, I can. Do you want me to help carry a couple bigger pieces down, and then we'll?
Yeah, we could probably put the table on.
Okay. Well, let's get the table in. I'll grab the leaves, and but I'm curious to see how the house looks because you and Zenobia were working by yourselves yesterday.
Well, it's quite a bit cleaner. Upstairs is like emptied right out.
You know, there is one thing. So Mark said he's totally done with the clothes inside the house. Doesn't want anything else from in there. Which means that all the clothes hidden in that side room are ours. Okay. So I'm going to pull those out and I'm going to clean them and then we'll see what we got. So I might need your help with that at some point today too.
That's all good.
Okay, well, let's walk inside the house and see what it looks like now. I'm excited to see the progress.
All right, sounds good, bud.
What'd you find, Hans?
There's another.
Is that needlepoint? Or?
Yeah, I think, yeah. But it's a different one.
It's signed by her too. You can see it says wrap right on the corner.
Yeah, right down here.
Yeah. Well, she definitely loved Hawaii and anything tropical, so you can see why she did the ocean kind of scene. Yeah. So you've been collecting things down here. I have to run out and get the ambulance and come back so we can do a couple trips to the auction.
Perfect.
The dining room sure looks a lot emptier. We've got to get the table taken apart. There was a lot of stuff in here, Zenobia. You must have been a busy girl yesterday.
That's all I did is I started from this corner right here and went around.
Oh, did we grab the, I guess we haven't done much in the room where the organ is yet, have we?
No, I haven't got in there.
Okay, because there's
a table out of there.
Curtains in the closet, which I'm going to take into auction and all that. But I'm looking forward to seeing the upstairs because I know you did a lot of work up there.
Go take a look.
Okay, I'm going to take
fun.
a look. Have fun. I have to be careful how much time I'm spending in this house. I don't want to have a coughing attack. This, by the way, was the so-called secret little door at the top. It was just a closet full of furs. Let's close that back up. You know, just a bunch of fur coats. Wow, what a difference. Look at this. Well, the sink still looks gross. There's a good thick layer of sludge in there. But, hey, somebody put the new toilet seat on the toilet. Oh, I'll grab this little decorative 50s sort of plate. It's kind of cute. A lot of these things would clean right up. I'll set that there for now. Upstairs room. It's emptied out. This house is almost ready for someone to come in and do a major renovation in here. Good sized closets. Look at that. Hall closet. Emptied. The upstairs, we're not taking the TV. I will take the little puffer fish though. Somebody stuck googly eyes on. That's just a weird thing. But this is the little room that I now own all these clothes that are in here. This is just stacked full of vintage clothing. which in any normal house, I'd be excited to find that much vintage clothes. So I'm not gonna overlook it. Mark doesn't want it. He said he's done with the house, so that's all my stuff now. I'm gonna grab some bags and bag it up, and we'll get it washed and cleaned and then see what we have. So piles of vintage clothing still yet to be had from this place. Wow. Upstairs is pretty well done though. It's like 95% done on the second floor. The main floor is going to start clearing out too once I get the my Ghostbuster car over here and we can start packing stuff out. All of this came out of the dining room area. Little collectibles and things that have to go to auction.
That I don't need right now, thank you.
What's going on?
I had brought some stuff in for somebody, some food, and they weren't at the house, so I couldn't.
Oh, you brought it here?
So we had to stick, yeah, because.
Well, at least the fridge works.
Yeah, so there's a steak in there, Alex.
So don't chuck it?
Yeah, so don't chuck it, okay?
Okay, I'll open up the fridge and be like, that's weird, I emptied it already. Where did this mystery steak come from?
Steak and
Well, it's
hamburger
good
and
food.
stew,
I was
yeah.
just...
Yeah, but that would have given me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
I was like, did you guys check under the carpet? Probably
No,
not,
yeah,
eh?
I haven't, because I wanted to get that.
Get the
of
table out,
here.
okay. So we need to find a screwdriver. I would guess we need a Robertson screwdriver, which is Canadian. Oh, here's a Robertson right here, but it's a little guy.
Oh, that'd be fine.
That might work. In Canada, we use the Robertson screwdriver for quite a bit of stuff, and that's the square head screw. It's actually a really good screwdriver. I don't know why they don't use it more in other settings. See if you got the right one. It should just be like usually 4 on either side.
I'm thinking...
Is it a bigger one?
They got 2 there, 2 there.
Yeah, 2 on the bottom, and then so this would be 8 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure you throw the screws back in like I mean, don't tell me, I know.
Don't tell them what to do.
I know, I get told that all the time, but guess what? If I don't remove the screws.
Okay, I'm gonna have a wander down to the basement. Kitchen still needs. So the second floor is looking good. It's still dark down here. Let's see. Try and get some lights turned on around here. Not sure why the lights aren't working. Well, it looks like there's still a lot of clutter and stuff to deal with down here. I guess some clothes that Mark rejected, so probably a few trips to the garbage. Still a bit of a mess in the basement. We'll focus on the main floor though. Basement will be last. Okay. But I better go get my other car so we can do some trips. Enough talking, I gotta get back to work. Ambulance is back. I'm letting it warm up a little bit because it's pretty frosty still. Haven't run her in a little while. Still some room in the dumpster. Now basically just to start loading up the back of the car with all these goodies right here. All right. So I guess we'll probably head over to the auction around the same time after I get loaded up.
Yeah, we'll load up both and then help
Head over there.
unload them too.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start piling stuff in the back. After many years, the table is now out of the dining room.
You want me to roll this up?
Roll up the carpet, sure. I mean, heck, you never know what's gonna be underneath. Mind you, that thing's gonna be in the way. Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going downstairs to find the leaves for the table. Believe I saw them down here. Don't know why these basement lights aren't working. Breakers are all good. Okay. Got no lights. Oh boy. It's less fun down here in the dark. Okay, if I recall, that's them right there. It's always good to peek up in the rafters because you might find some missing bits that you need. I don't know what this all is. Looks like mid-century sort of table legs. maybe projects from years gone by. Okay. Well, I'll grab my leaves down anyway. Those don't belong up there. They belong with that table. Now, I've been taking stuff over pretty much all day long, at least for the past couple hours anyhow. And the auction is starting to get a little bit concerned with the quantity of things that are coming through. I told them not to worry, I'm gonna come organize it all, but it is getting to be quite a mound. And I can't believe I'm about to say this, but we're almost, you know, in the home stretch of getting that place emptied. And honestly, it's a good feeling. Back from the auction. And now I have the unenviable task, ooh, it's echoey now, of trying to get the clothes out of the secret little room without falling through the floor. Now I'm gonna put them directly into bags so I can take it to a laundry, and then we'll see exactly what we have. But I'm just gonna start grabbing stuff and bagging it and see if I can clear a path. I think Hans is gonna come up and help me in a little bit. But each one of these, I'm guessing this stuff's been back here almost the longest. 1950s dresses and outfits. It was all carefully bagged at one time until squirrels got up here. But again, it's going straight into a bag and then to the laundry, so I'm not even gonna look at it really right now. Now I'm leaving for the day fairly soon because it's my son Jason's birthday today and I don't want to miss that. They're just getting ready for the day. I did uncover the old TV set down there. And it's not cracked or anything. You turn that into like a crazy looking fish bowl or fish tank. I've seen that before. I brought my friend Dwayne over, who's hanging out today. He buys and sells old oil cans and things. So I've kind of grouped together a bunch of oil and gas type stuff that maybe I won't want to try and sell through the auction that he'd do better with himself. And there's enough of these Esso extra cans to probably fill up a whole rack. There's piles and piles of them that were never used, but because they were cardboard based sides on some of them, that the oil actually would seep out and you'd have an empty can that had never been opened. But I think that's about it for now. I still have to dig through a bunch of these bags. That'll be a future episode, but we're starting to get some things taken out of the garage, and that's a big bonus. So I'm heading out, got a lot taken to the auction. Hans, you've been a really good help.
Well, yeah, I know wheels. Yeah.
What are you doing? Building your own unicycle out there? Or?
Well, it might work.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but if I get it figured out, I'll let you know.
You'll let me know? Okay. I know he had that taken out at the back to have more room, but I think the unicycle idea might be a little bit more fun. So I guess I'll see you guys by the house later on.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna drop off some bags of gross clothing from my garage.
I will definitely do that.
Okay.
And,
well, have fun, and I'll see you. I might see you back tomorrow.
My pleasure to help you out.
All right. Have a good one, Hans. And away he goes. So for a change of pace now, we're all headed out skating. Well, at least the kids are. Melissa and I are going to watch from the sidelines. And it's Jason's birthday today.
My birthday.
How old are you, Jason?
Happy birthday. 14.
40?
Yep.
Wow. He's 14 today. They're getting big, these kids. The next stop is skating while Hans and Zenobia continue working on the house. Hello there. I just got word from Hans and Zenobia that they're on their way to my house to drop off the bags of clothing, and they had a few treasures that they found along the way while digging at the back, digging their way down through all those pine cones and dust. At the very back, they found several jewelry boxes full of treasure, and they're going to bring that here for us to look through and see what we found. And boy, what a surprise. I mean, I guess it shouldn't shock me that there's stuff hidden in that little secret area. It'd be a perfect place to hide some things. But I think that the clothes that were in this area are the oldest clothes that were in the house. I think some from the 40s and 50s and so forth. I'm really glad that we decided to dig them out. Yes, they're going to need cleaning, and I'm sure a lot of them are not going to be salvageable, but there's got to be at least some good stuff in there. We'll find out. They should be here any minute. I think they're here. It's the last moment I'll have any kind of square footage in my garage free. I was sorting records and comic books. Now it looks like I'll be sorting clothing. There's a couple bags. I'm gonna grab a couple bags. The whole truck was full. You know, sold all that clothes, still ended up with a whole half-ton full of clothing.
Crawling around up into that little attic space there.
Oh yeah, you were crawling around up there?
I was pulling all this clothes out of the attic, and all of a sudden I come across these nice little jewelry boxes.
Yeah, but before that, honey, guess what did you find first and you didn't know? Was those nice pieces of cloth. And it had jewelry in it.
yeah, that was.
So you think there might be, okay, well I'll do a little digging.
Okay,
or
sorry.
maybe tomorrow we'll do some digging.
Yeah.
But thank you guys very much. Or I guess I should say thank you. I have all these bags full of vintage clothes to go through now. But some good gems. We'll go through the actual clothes. A nice, real old Hudson's Bay jacket. So some good scores today. So thank you guys very much for all your help.
Hey,
Yeah,
our
sorry,
pleasure.
And I guess we're back at it tomorrow.
Yeah, I did. Good job.
All right, well, have a good night, guys. I have enlisted the help from my two best ladies. Well, if Abigail was here, she'd be part of the crowd too, but she's playing video games with her big brothers. And we're going through some of the clothing which I get to keep, or if Melissa or my mom see anything that looks good. But there's been quite a bit of stuff. Melissa's trying to find one from back in the 50s that she liked. We've got the Bay jacket, which of course is really cool. And then my mom was saying that this back in the day was a good brand. Diane von Furstenberg, Italian-made wrap dresses. Summer dresses. That there are some brand names. You said you would have been happy with the Furstenberg original?
Yeah,
Back in-
Furstenberg.
Furstenberg.
Yeah.
Yep, and so there's all sorts of fun stuff. We're gonna keep digging and see what's in the bags. From the items brought back today that Hans and Zenobia found up in the kind of crawl space area were some early cameo, and I don't think that's real gold, but cameo and gold tone bracelets, some nice costume jewelry, including this nice early Sherman piece, which is a good name in costume jewelry. That probably goes back to the 30s with the clip-on earrings that match. And of course it says Sherman right on it. So it's a good way to tell, and being a better brand name, that's a nice piece. Good early watches. That's a 15 jewel movement with 3 adjustments, which is a nice find. Anything that has multiple adjustments means that they've really tested to make sure that it's accurate. And many of the watches that I found are in fact still working. After being up there all that time, you know, those squirrels in the attic could have been putting on a little wristwatch and knowing what time to go and collect their pine cones, but instead they didn't, and now they're all sitting here. The nice find is this. You can see it has sort of this mother of pearl dial. I haven't opened up to see what movement it is, but that's a good watch, and that's a solid gold case on that watch. So a few real good gems. Big chunks of turquoise on this necklace, and there's a matching smaller necklace here as well. I guess that'd be more like a bracelet, so that'd be a matching pair. But the real interesting thing that came out of today was probably some of the vintage clothing. There, of course, is no less than probably 15 or 16 original 1970s Diane von Furstenberg dresses. All her very first styles, her first label. Those can be quite collectible. And her iconic green dress, which is right here. Of course, it's not displayed super great. It needs to be cleaned, but the belts were here. If there's a matching piece, the belts are there. This is just one bag of clothing that's been sort of unfurled on the table. And some of these items go back to the 1930s, you know, early pieces, 1940s sort of nice dresses. There were some 50s polka dot dresses with crinoline hiding in here too. But, you know, in terms of fashion history, there's an awful lot to look at. And I'm sure that somebody, even when you get back into the 70s, and there were some dresses like you'd see Dolly Parton kind of wearing back in the 70s, big puffy ones. I can only imagine what's in the rest of these boxes. And even though some are a little bit on the dirtier side, it doesn't mean that we can't take things like, this nice jacket, or there was a nice suede set. You can get those cleaned and they'll be right as rain. Just takes a little persistence, but so far digging out all that stuff seems to be paying off. I'm kind of excited to go through the rest of this stuff and see exactly what's here, because even just opening up one bag and finding 15 Diane von Furstenberg dresses is a pretty good score. And then some of these others are just really nice early dresses with beautiful beadwork on them. So some good surprises so far. And the nice thing is I get to keep all these clothes because they were forfeited, I guess, by Mark. He didn't want to go dig in that room. So these will be able to be sold by me, and I'll get them up cleaned and ready as soon as I can. I'll add it onto my list of things to do here, of my many things to do down the road. So that's it for today. We're gonna head back inside, but we're finding a ton of really cool 1930s to 1960s sort of dresses. And behind me, this whole pile, Italian designer dresses. So I'm glad that I got this stuff out of the crawl space and that Mark had decided to pass on it, because for me, I think it's gonna be worthwhile. And a lot of the stuff was in bags, so only the top layer was dirty. We're still gonna make sure this is all washed and cleaned properly, but, and you're having fun digging too, Mom? Yeah, so we're all having fun out here. So have a good night, guys. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more episodes coming soon. Bye for now.